So, you want to learn to play Empty Space by James Arthur on the guitar? Well, keep watching because that's what we're going to learn in this video. Hello, I'm Paul Douglas. I'm a musician with decades of experience in performing, writing and recording music. This channel is all about helping the 21st century musician. If you're new here, then please consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that button just below the video player. So, Empty Space by James Arthur then. First thing to say about this is that the actual track is tuned down a half step, a semitone, from E standard tuning. Now, I've kept my guitar in normal E standard tuning so you don't have to retune your guitar whilst watching this video. But if you want to play along with the actual track, then you are going to have to tune your guitar down a half step, a semitone, to E flat standard, otherwise you'll sound way out of tune with the track. So there are two guitar parts on this track. The intro and the verse part is actually played on an electric guitar. I'm going to stick with an acoustic. I'll just play that part on the acoustic so I don't have to keep swapping instruments. We'll start with the intro then. This is a little D power chord based riff, and it uses the open D string and the second fret on the G string, and it goes like this. And that's it for the intro. Then the singing comes in and we're on to the first verse. Throughout the intro and the verse, palm muting is used a lot, so the chords aren't ringing out then like that, they're muted. The verse is quite similar to that intro. What we're going to do is use those two notes that we've just played, open D string and second fret on the G string, so a D and an A there, and play in this sort of rhythm. 3, 4. And we actually repeat that. We go around that twice, so like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the first bit done. We then move on to the second little riff of the verse, and it's very similar to that, except we're going to change that D, that open D string, to a C sharp, which is the 4th fret on the A string, and we're going to play in a very similar rhythm, keeping that top A note, that second fret on the G string note that we were playing before, and it goes like this. So a very similar rhythm to the first riff we played. Now you'll notice what I'm doing there, with playing that C sharp, that 4th fret on the A string, I'm actually using this finger to mute the D string. So that's not sounding out there. And again, we play that twice round. Then onto the third little figure of the verse, and this time we're only going to play this once round. We're going to change that C sharp note now down to a G, keeping that A that we're playing up there, the 2nd fret on the G string, and the low note is going to be the 3rd fret on the low E string. So, and again, what you'll see I'm doing is I'm actually using the inside of this finger to mute the open A string, and then to finish off this first half of the verse, we switch to a standard A power chord, which is open A string, 2nd fret on the D and the G strings. And that's the first half of the verse. I'll just play that whole first half of the verse through. 2, 3, 4. Now that whole thing is then repeated almost the same to form the second half of the verse. The only difference is those last two figures, the G bass one and the A power chord bass one, we're going to play those twice, 2 times, so like this. And you may notice that last time around I cut that A power chord one short slightly. I ended it on the 4, so like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the whole first verse done. It's worth saying that that electric guitar part actually continues in the choruses and is joined by the big acoustic guitar chords, which I'm going to show you now. So onto the chorus. We start with a D sus2 chord strummed in this sort of rhythm. 2, 3, 4. If you don't know what that chord is, we've got 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and the open high E string. And it's the open D string we're playing as the lowest note, so we're not playing the E string or the A string there. So once we've played that twice round, we're going to change that low D note, so we're not going to play the open D string anymore. We're going to play a C sharp, which is going to be the 4th fret on the A string. So we're going to change from playing that to this. And again, what you'll see I'm doing is I'm using the inside of this finger to mute the open D string. So it's like this. Very similar rhythm to the previous chord. So that one's played twice round again. We're now going to change to another chord, and this is the lowest note is going to be a G, which is the 3rd fret on the low E string, and we're going to use our little finger to bar the 5th fret on the high E string and the B string. And again, I'm using this finger to mute the open A string, so that's not sounding out. And this chord sounds like that. It's played in a similar rhythm to the other chords that we've played in the chorus, but this is only one time round. And then the last chord of this little chord progression is a standard A power chord, which is open A string, 2nd fret on the D and G strings. So if I play the whole chorus chords through for you, they go like this. 2, 3, 4. So the chorus is one time round those chords just like that, then a second time round those chords with the last A power chord shortened slightly as we did at the end of the verse. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one more time round, and that's the end of the chorus into the second verse. So that chord progression is played 3 times in the chorus in total. The second verse is shorter than the first verse, and it is exactly the same on the guitar as the second half of the first verse. So I'm not going to go through that again because we've already gone through that. So after the second verse, we're into the second chorus, which leads to the outro and the end of the song. So the last chorus is very similar to the first. We're going to play those chords 3 times through, but the last time through we're going to shorten that A power chord and we're going to actually finish on the 3 of the bar, not the 4 like we have been doing this time. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the outro, which is effectively some of the chorus again, is 2 times around the chorus chords. So at the end there, with the last chorus and the outro combined, we actually go around those chorus chords 5 times in total. And that is it. You now know the whole song on the guitar. So, a question for you. Now you've learnt this song, are you going to perform it? Are you going to perform it solo with, say, an acoustic guitar and singing the song yourself as well? Or are you going to play it in a full covers band? Or did you just learn the song because you like the song and you wanted to play along to the track? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified of new videos. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.